Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
What's up, everybody? It's In the Building. Rudy J, LG. Y'all know Mike had a week, and he had to go to court today. And damn. I don't know even where to start. I contemplated not even doing the show and not even discussing it because it's not my place. I'd rather him tell you. So, but yeah, it's In the Building, and I knew you all would be tuning in to see if Mike showed up or not today.
Well, I could tell you.
Yeah, I was having a hard
I absolutely
time.
Could tell you. Look at that. That was well done.
I was having a hard time keeping a straight face.
I'm a free man. I'm at home. This is not. Although, I wonder if they give San Antonio famous people a decent room if you go to jail in this city. Like, did Greg Simmons get put in the regular ass drunk tank with all the spares?
Yes.
When R.C. Buford got a DUI, he was in there with the proletariat like everybody else.
Well, they get out a lot. They get processed quicker.
Probably so, yeah.
But you actually, yeah.
If I what?
But if you go to jail, you just go to jail. But when you're in there like that, like they're not going to keep RC a day like normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, his lawyer's coming to get him within the few hours.
Well,
I would think. I don't know.
I did not have to get Orlando Kill or whoever to bail me out. So let's get all that. Look, man. It's the response to my mom has been really incredible and overwhelming, and all those things that you say. And but for real, I'm not trying to demean it or downplay it at all. But I guess it's humbling, and it's weird for me to talk. I'm not good when it's super, super serious. I'm not very good. Thanks, man. So many people have my phone's beeped a lot, and my social media DMs and my messages have been on fire, and for all the wrong and right reasons. It's for a crappy reason. But to see how many people care, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So it's been a few days, and a hell of a few days, and I'm not going to get into the details of what went on this morning in my lawsuit situation. The people that we said that there was a 1 in a couple hundred chance that I might get locked up today. Although my stepmom owns a bail bonds company. She would have had me out quick, but no, I didn't get locked up. Matter of fact, all I can tell you, and it's just the beginning. Unfortunately, whatever I'm going through when it comes to legal issues and ex-wives and stuff, it's just the beginning. And I just can't get into the details. That's it. I don't know. I guess I'm struggling. I can tell you this, though. We had a good day. We had a good day this morning. Real good day in court. That's it. It was good. And it certainly don't. Maybe I won't have to go back. It'd be great to amicably agree on things. But I don't. Whatever the case, just know that it went fine today. Today was a good day. And Mama fixed a breakfast with no hog. So that's rap lyrics, sir. Yeah. And I'm a free man, so here we go. I'm a little grayer. I look so much grayer on TV tonight. Look at that.
Hey,
white walls.
when your ass is about to go to jail, you'll get a few extra grays.
Jesus, I'm starting to look like Paulie on Goodfellas with the white walls. Good grief. Well, good evening, everybody. It's in the building. I cannot thank everybody enough who, I'm all kidding aside, who reached out and sent their condolences and thoughts about my mom who passed away on Monday night. And appreciate everyone who's reached out. And yeah, probably it might be going up soon for a few things. Are you hearing weird noises?
I'm hearing a beeping.
Oh, well, hurry up with that damn beeping. Now we got people in the kitchen making food. Hey, man, it's 9:30 shows. Normally they're at home. It's tough, We're going to start trying to do more shows that are not at 9:30. We've already talked about that. As long as we all three have our day jobs, and as long as as our schedules are working out here lately, it turns out we have time to maybe do some more morning shows and afternoon shows, and not 9:30 shows. 9:30 is fun, but I like to tie one on at night, get in bed and watch TV and hang with that little lady.
And guess what?
9:30 messing all that up. And guess what?
95% of y'all don't watch it until a different time anyway.
Yeah,
and we're not bound by corporate ropes.
Damn
So
right we're not.
We're gonna do the show daily, give our sponsors what they deserve, and then y'all will go watch it whenever y'all have time.
Indeedy.
Whatever time we do it is what time we do it.
Damn
we
right.
said F the corporate world.
That's right. Elvis doesn't make it. Elvis just drops a record. He don't tell you what time. Damn it, he just drops one.
Now,
there's somebody.
I need a doctor to play with my butt. That part of the corporate world sucks.
What? Wait a minute. You need it. Wait, you're gonna go get a colonoscopy?
No, I'm saying not having that's the only part that sucks.
Oh, not having medical. Yeah, I know. We're working on that, man. We'll get there. You can help us get there by supporting our show by subscribing to it for free, joining it for just $6 a month, sharing it, liking it, and tipping it. If you come in here while we are on live, we invite you to participate in the super chat, which you can give us your money. Appreciate that. You can super chat us money. You can go to the Buy Me a Coffee link that LG posts every night during our shows and help support the cows in 2K24. Dan Pod Valdez, $4.99. Stop playing around, damn it, jerks. He thought I was in jail at first. He wasn't sure. Because it's us, you never know.
Wow. So how was my acting? SAG
awesome.
card?
You sold the shit out of it. Yeah.
SAG card ready?
I can tell you tried to cue me up. And LG wasn't ready. Your acting was so good, he wasn't ready for it. It was good. J-Wall 321, $4.99. Thank you. Got laid off this week, but I'll contribute for Mike's bail. F all the haters and prayers for Grandma Becky. Yeah, I appreciate that, J-Wall 321.
Hey, don't
laid
be a Gen X.
Sucks.
Go ahead. Finish reading. Oh, hey,
no, that's it.
Don't be a Gen Xer right now. I need you to put on your Gen Z hat. All right? And I need you to be real right now.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
How are you doing? Gen Xers like us, we bury shit and we say no one cares. Life goes on. I got to do what I got to do. Like that's how we're wired. That's how we were raised. But I need you to be a Gen Zer right now and be real. How are you feeling? How you feeling, man?
Worn out. Taking a lot of shits over the last couple of days. Anxiety.
Oh yeah.
You ever when you have anxiety, does it make you go more than usual?
No, I have. When I'm not being
funny. You asking for real talk.
No, I have anxiety attacks, but I get like this nauseous. My body heats up. I can't function when I know when I'm having one now. And I'm like, it's normally like, I know when I'm having one. I don't get the shits. I get this nauseous, weird feeling. I can't move. It's weird.
Damn.
It's weird. Yeah, like I have to sit down and take a lot of deep breaths. Like I know how to come out of it now. But I know when I'm having one. When my mind is going 1,000, that's when I'm like, all right, oh shit, I'm having an anxiety attack. Let me sit down.
Right.
Breathe. Think about something positive, and then I'm able to snap out of it within 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I'm fine.
Yeah.
I think last night I mentioned that sometimes, it's weird. It's like kind of like losing in like sometimes in sports you get beat 31-28 on a last second field goal and it rips your heart out. Sometimes you get beat 54-0. But I think getting blown out in life or on the field when it's that bad, it's almost finer than like losing by a field goal. That makes sense. When you get your ass kicked
No.
that bad, it's just like, well, I mean, come what may, Lord. What else you got for me?
I
So
I
that's how I feel this week. I've just
yeah.
missed so much from my mom and then my court stuff that it's almost like I'm almost laughing about it.
I swear I just did that. I ain't going into it. It's nothing. But I got some bad news. Nothing like what you going through. And I just laughed. I laughed. I was like, all right. You know what I mean? Like, well, it's got to get better, right? It's
Yeah,
got
I
to
don't
get
think I'll have
better.
a week. I think next week will be better than my mom dying and getting sued. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that next week that those I won't have that combination in the playbook.
Right,
Go back to
right.
the regular things like getting cut off in traffic and
Yeah,
getting poor service at Whataburger. What's up, Luis
right.
Flores? $5. Orale, good intro, guys. Laughing already. I was sold, Rudy. Thank you and be safe. Thank you, homie.
Yeah. Our boy
Dude.
Sad Card ready.
It was a day of I had to get up and go put a suit on and go down to the courthouse and prepare and make
You
sure I
see?
had everything ready to roll. Had my
Oh my
testimony
God.
where it needed to be.
Time out. You did the you did the most criminal thing that you could do. Like criminals always want to put on you're not a criminal, obviously, but you know what I'm
No, dude,
saying.
I had the
Criminal,
George Bush
yeah,
power
no,
suit on.
yeah. Criminals always put on a suit like, bro, that suit don't change the fact that you shot two people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but
hey, let me come
you
in
should
there.
try to look decent though.
No, I'm going Michael Irvin. I'm coming in that
Mink
bitch with a
coat,
mink on. No,
shades on.
I would
There
not.
was a
I would
dude in
not.
there today. There was a dude in there today about my age, about 50. He was an older guy, and he had a tie-dyed T-shirt on, and he had Mexican dude with a big gnarly beard, tie-dyed T-shirt on, and blue hair.
At court?
Yeah, at court. Maybe okay. You think maybe it's overdoing it with the suit? I didn't have blue hair though, and a tie-dyed T-shirt. Actually, I looked like an attorney, to be honest with you. I looked like a lawyer today. Felt like a lawyer in that
You
suit.
didn't
So
take a picture in the suit?
no, I almost sent a subliminal post out, kind of half-ass talking shit with my suit on, but no. So the day started off like that, wearing a suit, and then it's that's over with when I come home, and then it ends up with now I got to go call funeral homes
Damn.
and talk to my sisters and figure out what
Dude,
we're gonna do. So it's been
dude,
just it's.
funerals are
You ask how I'm doing.
expensive.
I'm worn out. I'm worn out, and I'm
Yeah.
okay, and I'm worn out, and I'm sad, and I'm worn out, but I'm okay. It's weird. But
Funerals are expensive, bro.
they certainly can be. Absolutely.
And what's the messed up about the funeral world? Zebulon Pena,
Zebulon
$9.99.
Pina. Orale,
What
Zebulon.
did he
Hey, I'm from
say?
there. Hey, I got a cousin from that country. Met
No,
met Matt
Matt
Bonner last
Bonner.
week at the Starbucks I manage. Super nice guy. Just goes to show even ex-NBA players support local workers at Starbucks. Very good.
Good. I love the Red Rocket. I always had the Red Rockets back. People are like, what's Matt Bonner on the team? To spread the floor, you freaking idiot. You got to honor him. Don't you ever speak bad about Matt Bonner on the court. Off the
That's
court,
right.
that ain't none of my business. But
I thought he
yeah,
moved to
dude,
Toronto.
I don't know what he's doing. That ain't none of my
He's
business.
calling the
But
Raptors games on TV.
yeah.
We just talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah. But punch funeral homes, man. Punch them. Let's start that shit off.
All right, it
Dude,
is Wednesday. Let's get into it. Let's do
yeah.
some punching.
Because like what they've done now, and when I found this out when my wife's uncle passed, like they raised the price all the way up to damn near what a regular burial is of cremation. This way you'll be like, nah, I'll go ahead and buy the casket and all that. If the cremation is this much, I might as well buy the casket and send them off or send her off. Like, dude, like what are y'all doing? Like I get it. Like it's a racket. It's a racket, but to charge people $7-8 grand for cremation is robbery.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Funyuns. Like, oh well, Biden's in office. That's why a Funyun bag is $5.58. No, it's because you're choosing to do that. Funeral homes are choosing to make cremations as much as the burial. So you'll just say, all right, I'll go ahead and buy a casket and some roses and all the other shit from you. Punch funeral homes, man, for robbing people, especially, most people don't have life insurance. And a lot of times you got to do a plate sale. You got to gather up money throughout the family. And I know we should all have some type of life insurance, but sometimes life just doesn't work that way. You let it go or you just can't do it because life be lifing. And, why put people through that type of stress, especially when somebody like requests, like their dying bed, like, their deathbed, they're like, just cremate me. I don't need all of that. Put my ashes in Port A, put my ashes in South Padre. And I'm like, well, okay, that's still going to be $8 grand. What? To burn me? To burn me? Punch funeral homes, man. Punch those son of a bitches.
I once argued that we should outlaw old school regular burials in the ground. It was a very controversial take I had years ago.
Did people get mad at you?
Oh yeah. Well, some folks got offended because it's my religion says we're supposed to give the body back to the earth. But you can give ashes. You can give ashes to the earth. No, I just think at some point in our future, the world's going to get so crowded that we're going to outlaw regular burials and start mandating cremation.
And they're going to make it 12 grand. They're going to make it 12 grand.
Yeah, right. Whereas now you
Bullshit.
can do it for less than 1,000. Yeah, I know. It's absolute bullshit. All right. It's People I Want to Punch presented by the Law Office of Orlando Kell. I don't know. I punched Jerry Jones yesterday, and we'll get into him in a minute. It's hard not to punch him again. It's been such a goofy day. I don't really have a punch. I guess punch Jerry again. Today he tried to explain.
Did he moonwalk?
Well, he gave his explanation today for why he jumped on my friend RJ Choppy yesterday on the fan radio up in Dallas, K-Fan, or whatever the hell it's called. And so Jerry today, let me make sure I get the quotes right. Jerry sat down and talked to The Athletic today about his failed radio thing yesterday, in which he didn't basically, but threatened the job of my friend RJ and his longtime partner Sean Sharif on the fan, because how dare they ask him about getting beat 47-9, and how dare they ask him about all the shitty moves he did or did not make. And so he was at the NFL meetings in Atlanta today. Of course, remember he bragged, I'm about to go in here with 31 other people. You think you're qualified to come in here? God dang, what an asshole. So in Atlanta today, somebody with the Atlanta get a hold of him, Diana Rossini, asked why did he react the way he did when asked those questions by the radio guys. And Jerry's quote, I don't know that I would. Glory hole. He didn't say that this time. He said, I don't know that I would go as far as calling the volume connotation as yelling. That's his dumbass way of saying he wasn't yelling. Because she's like, why did you yell at those guys? He says he wasn't.
He didn't yell. He didn't yell.
Really. He raised his voice. He goes, okay, but
no, it was a tone. It was the tone. He didn't raise the voice. It was a tone. Right. Yeah, it was a tone thing.
He says, the facts are that if I'm going to be grilled by the tribunal, I don't need it to be by the guys I'm paying. I can take it from fans and take it from other people. I can take a lot of pride in how fair and how much I try to work with the media. We're brothers and sisters, but I was a little frustrated there today. You're paying the company. You ain't paying these cats' salaries. They have a deal in place where the Cowboys pay the fan to do their games. Who knows what that every partnership between teams and radio stations are different.
Oh, you know what, Mike?
You gonna defend Jerry some more? I can feel it coming.
Like, damn, that's an interesting take by Jerry.
I'm paying them.
And look.
He's not really. He's paying the company who's paying their salary. Jerry ain't paying their salary.
Man.
He's paying whoever owns the company.
Man, Mike, he got a
RJ
point,
be
Mike.
A host whether the Cowboys were partnerships or not. RJ Choppy's question was not unfair.
No, it was super fair. It was super fair. And the thing about it is, let's say the Cowboys do pull that deal one day or whatever. The only way they keep their credibility is if they ask the questions that need to be asked after something like that.
Mhm.
Like, you have to. Like, there's some tough questions that you have to ask. I used to get killed on Fridays for not asking Mike McCarthy certain things. Like, Rudy, you just threw him softballs. You're such a soft ass. Fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, whatever. I get Mike McCarthy every Friday. Kiss my ass. So, but if Jerry's paying the fan, like Sean and Bill don't really within the game, even the games where they look like shit. Sean and Bill don't really throw the Spurs under the bus.
That's different. The Spurs are paying their salaries directly.
Okay.
Sean Elliott gets paid by sports.
And I'm not trying to throw Sean and Bill under the bus.
It don't say Dallas Cowboys on RJ's check. It says, I don't even know who owns them anymore.
Yeah, whatever. Great point, Mike. Touche.
Now, Jerry's paying the company, but the company's paying them. You know, so I didn't. But even if Jerry were directly paying their salaries, to threaten to fire them because they didn't lob you softballs on the day after you got your ass handed to you 47-9 is chicken shit and petty. I call that organization chicken shit on the post-game Sunday night, and Jerry Jones made my point for me yesterday. So I'm paying their salaries. Okay. There's a little bit more on this quote. He says, we got in there as of accounting for decisions made in the offseason. Okay. The way he talks, you know, he's so weird. They might as well gone back to decisions I made in 2010. My point is, and that's from my perspective, there's no question I'm sure that they would like to have grilled me like the fans are thinking. What are you going to do about that? I get it. I get all that. And really we'll go along with it. Well, you didn't go along with it yesterday. Says the wrong ones were doing the questioning. Now, if those had been real fans sitting there, if there had been people that knew what they were talking about, football people, I might have had a different answer. Ironically, Jerry says if only they were football people,
so
I might have an answer, because a lot of Cowboys fans would argue that he ain't a football man.
RJ and Sean aren't football people?
Yeah.
So he didn't moonwalk. He kind of doubled down like, wait.
Totally. He didn't backpedal. He didn't apologize. He gave two of these.
I don't know. Look, RJ and Sean, they're going to be all over the place. They're viral. The last couple of days, they're viral. But I'll tell you this. If Jerry does decide to pull that deal, which I don't think he will, the people that the bottom line is their job are in panic mode, because they have to show numbers that show that, hey, we're in the red, we're making money, we get our whatever it is that the Cowboys pay them.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn, that's a tough spot to be in as a station, because RJ and Sean were dead on. They were right. They didn't do anything wrong. But you've worked in radio. I've worked in radio. To lose a contract like that would be devastating. It would be devastating. So it's a weird spot to be in as a station. As a show, they're great. They're heroes. That's why I love you. I'm sure everybody that listens to that show emailed, Twittered, Facebooked, Instagram. Hey, man, that's why I love y'all. F Jerry, F this. But the GM and the sales manager and the PD and the people that run the station, their ass cheeks are clenched today if he were to pull that at the end of this season. That's a tough spot to be in as a station.
I'd rather not have him and keep my integrity.
Really?
Yes, than to kowtow to a, as your boy Pleasure puts it, petulant idiot like that. This you don't get to run I'm not going to let you run my company because I'm scared of you when you're acting like a bitch and you're completely out of line, totally unprofessional, totally projecting your frustration with the team out on these two dudes asking you questions. That was him being a fucking bully because he don't have any answers. He don't know the answers to the questions. because the answers to the questions are I was wrong. And
But
he don't say I was wrong. He doesn't apologize ever. I've never heard the man say I was wrong. Not one time.
But let me ask you this, Mike, as I continue to be Jerry's defense lawyer. Why are y'all not talking about the things that I've gotten right? He's gotten some things right over the years. Like he drafted Zach Martin, he drafted Tyler Smith, he drafted Tyron Smith, he drafted Travis Frederick, he drafted, Biot. Like he's done a lot of things correct, and he gets no credit for that. And then when shit hits the fan, y'all want to come at me and not mention the things that I've done right. And I'm playing both. I'm giving both sides of it because I've heard Jerry say that.
I can't ask Jerry Jones a question about his 2024 team sucking without mentioning the 3 Super Bowls from 30 years ago.
No, I don't want to go back 30 years. The topic was
the loss in this year's team.
Fair.
I don't get who gives a shit that you drafted Tank Lawrence 10 years ago.
Whatever, right.
We're talking about right now. He came off as if he were 16 and that was your kid, you'd have told him to go to his damn room and shut up. Bringing that noise into your life. And that's exactly what he came off like. So punch his ass again. And here's another one. It's fine to let Tony Pollard go. That's fine. Did love it, but that's fine. Let Tony Pollard go.
I was cool with that too. It's cool
how
with it.
You replaced him.
Bingo.
Well, wait, like Zeke Elliott does not start for anybody in the Big 12 conference right now. Not one team. There's not another team in the league that brings in Zeke this summer except that one. You decide to roll with journeyman Rico Dowdle. I mean, what are they averaging? 3.1 yards a carry or some bullshit like that? They could have brought up Tony Pollard, but they didn't. But they could have brought up more things he's done wrong this season, but they didn't. Tony Pollard's got more yards than anybody than the Cowboys running game combined, I think is what you texted me earlier.
He has more yards rushing than the entire running back room for the Dallas Cowboys. That's a little embarrassing.
And it ain't like he's running all over the NFL either. He's had a pretty...
He's not even been good.
Texting my kid. No, he's fine. Tony Pollard is what he is. He's not a feature back. Tony Pollard's a really good thunder and lightning duo type guy. He needs another guy with him, and then he's super valuable like he was here when Zeke was in his prime. It's Orlando Kell. Take it from me. If you need a family lawyer, whether you have been served with papers or you're thinking about serving somebody with divorce, or maybe you've already gotten divorced and you need to make some decree changes, maybe some things have changed and somebody's moved, somebody's job status, whatever. Orlando does that too. Family law, and that means exactly what you think it means. That is my guy. Not only is he our official family lawyer in the building, he is personally my family lawyer. If I have an issue, I go to Orlando. I was in a suit today, and so was he. And man, I take it from me firsthand.
Oh wait, Orlando went with you?
Yeah, that's my
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's
I never had. I'll just look. All I got to say today is I didn't have to open my mouth one time. It wasn't. And again, I mean, it was fine. I shouldn't. You're worried. You never know what's going to happen, but should have known I had okay in my corner, and here I am doing my show tonight. So Orlando Kell, 210-775-4995, or you can email him directly. It's orlandokell.law@gmail.com, orlandokell.law@gmail.com. All right.
What up, okay? Appreciate you keeping my guy out the
we're good.
Out the pokey.
Gotta stop robbing banks. All right. Y'all see this kid that I'm not trying to non sequitur on you. I know we're going to talk about some other stuff in the NBA, but do you see this kid from the kid from One Direction who fell off the balcony?
Did he fall off the balcony or did he?
Well, see, one of my twins tonight the Mexican twin. We were
Who
talking.
was it?
What?
Liam who?
Liam Payne.
He was from One Direction.
One Direction, who had a horrible, horrible breakup with Thomas J. Henry's daughter.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she actually just. Nina was telling me that Thomas J. Henry's daughter, who's some sort of influencer.
No, when you're like Paris Hilton, when you come from money, I call you a socialite more than an influencer.
Fair enough. That's probably more popular, probably more appropriate. She apparently, and Nina told me about this earlier, I don't want to get this wrong, but apparently like Thomas J. Henry's daughter released this video the other day, like 8-9 minutes long, apparently throwing this guy Liam Payne's ass under the bus, calling him toxic, and he's a POS, and he's that, and he's got problems now, this kind of thing. Not a week later, the guy falls off a balcony today in Argentina to his death. Things that make you go,
I'm not saying he got pushed. I'm asking, did he jump?
I'm wondering if there was any Thomas J. Henry involvement.
Treat
my baby girl wrong. Shit.
Wait.
We're just kidding.
Okay,
those are Mike's words, not mine.
We don't want no smoke, Thomas.
I'm just kidding. But look, it sure is quick. She just released the video last week. Just last week. So this guy's name was Liam Payne. He's a dad. He fell from his hotel balcony in Buenos Aires.
Bullshit.
He was in One Direction. The story of my life.
I don't know anyone. I don't know any One Direction.
Is that One Direction?
I have no
One
idea.
Direction he knew was down.
Highly unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. Several witnesses at the hotel. I'm getting this off the most credible news source in America, TMZ. Don't put your face on the screen. I can't look at you right now. The former One Direction singer. Okay, several witnesses at the hotel where he was staying in Buenos Aires tell us that Liam fell from his room on the 3rd floor of the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel. We do not know if it was intentional or accidental. Okay, so they're not ruling out suicide. TMZ has seen a photo showing Liam's body on the deck at the hotel with tables and chairs nearby. You can clearly see his tattoos, a clock on his left forearm, and a scorpion on his abdomen. I guess he was shirtless, which helped us confirm early reports from witnesses. We're told this happened shortly after 5 p.m. in Buenos Aires and that Liam had been acting erratic in the hotel lobby earlier in the day. He smashed his laptop and had to be carried back to his room. Police and other first responders are all around the hotel now. Authorities have put up a red tent over the body as they begin their investigation into Liam's death. He had been in Argentina recently for a Niall Horan concert earlier in the month, and the One Direction bandmates actually reunited at the show. I'm shocked that all the other ones that not named Harry Styles actually tour and play gigs because I thought they were all spares except for Harry Styles. So he's a dead.
That sounds like he took his own life. Unless
here's
the balcony.
Something weird here. Didn't Henry's daughter also date a Jonas brother as well?
I don't know if she dated a Jonas brother. I know he paid the Jonas brothers when he rented out Six Flags for her birthday or quinceañera or something.
Okay, so one of them, I think like last night or something, ran off stage because he thought he was being sniped because somebody had a laser and kept putting a laser on him. So he ended the concert and just ran off stage.
Right, he got creeped out. Yeah. He was in Europe somewhere, weird. I think.
Yeah.
Right, I know. Hey, I know, right? Eee, Thomas Walter White Henry, motherfucker. Don't fuck with TJ. Dude, they run with the LaHoods and all them. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm out.
look up the
That
reality
ain't.
show Living
Hey.
with Los Henrys on
I'm
YouTube.
out.
Yeah.
I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave the show.
No, I got the
I'm
cops on my side.
I'm distancing.
No, the mayor likes us. Chief likes us. We're okay. We're not in city. We're like Jerry Jones says, we're just funning. We're having fun here. We're just joking.
Okay.
I'm not the one making the One Direction down jokes. LG is.
No, somebody made it in the chat. I just stole it from them.
Oh, okay. And don't think that those guys don't think it's cool that we come on here and call them gangsters. They think it's funny and cool. Hell of a way to go, man. If you're going to off yourself,
I'm not doing it that way.
How do you let yourself fall off a building? God dang.
I'm not doing it that way.
Better off the 410 I-35 interchange.
True, but he did traumatize the shit out of anybody down below eating in the restaurant.
I guess so, yeah. He did put some people at risk.
I'm going to the dome. If I would never do that, knock on wood, but if I'm going one to the dome, I'm not jumping off a balcony.
Right.
That's
too awful.
Because you might live.
Right. Or it's just the pain and it's disgusto.
It's broken legs.
Punch that asshole. Punch Liam Payne for offing himself in public. If you're gonna off yourself, that's my problem. However you do it, jump off a mountain. I don't give a shit. But however you do it, don't involve other people in your bullshit. You traumatize these people forever. These assholes that jump off you picked the scab, LG. You know how I get.
Yes, I know. That's why
these assholes that jump off these overpasses in town. I mean, I hope they all live so we can then fucking put them in jail and then let them torture. I hope they live for like 6 weeks and suffer before they actually die.
Yeah, because you could hit a car and then next thing you kill somebody.
You got to pay for all that damage and all the rescue services.
And least case scenario, you just fucked up everybody's day on that highway. That's 50,000 people on 1604 every day trying to get their ass home. And you're going to jump off there and have them have to close the lanes? Fuck you. That's bullshit. Don't be a selfish asshole in your own demise. You won't kill yourself. Get in your car and drive way the hell out here to West Texas somewhere in the middle of the desert and find you a nice little shade or bush and blow your head off. And then let the animals take care of your carcass. Or, like I would do it, because I like the ocean, drive down here to Corpus and rent you a little boat. And then, roll your ass out about 3 or 4 miles out in the Gulf. Tie a cinder block to your leg, blow your head off, and get that shit over with. Give yourself to the ocean. Don't involve other people in your demise. That's my biggest problem. It's bullshit. Blowing your head off at home and shit. What's wrong with you, man? You have to be an asshole all the way to the death. All the way to your death, you're an asshole. So punch anybody who kills himself but involves others in it. Don't you agree? If you're going to kill yourself, don't let your family find your body and all that kind of shit. That's horrible.
Once a week.
Yes, sir.
I'm reminded who I signed on to this LLC with.
It's only Wednesday. We still got another day left.
With you two, once a week y'all remind me like, hey, you signed the LLC.
I'm gonna go to Switzerland or Sweden where they got the suicide pod. Did you get
Oh,
it? It's
yeah.
all nice.
Can you watch that? Can you watch people off themselves?
Yeah, it's got glass. So your loved ones can be with you while you do that.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, if your loved ones want to be with you and you do it like that, fine.
Yeah. They just
Rudy, is that white people shit? That's white people shit, isn't it?
That's white people
Someone
shit,
stole one of those suicide pods and an American woman offed herself in the woods with it.
Yeah,
and so
that's funny.
There's this whole investigation on it now.
See, absolutely, yeah. Don't do a Bud Dwyer and blow your head off on television in a packed house of people. Just drive your ass out in the country somewhere and get it over with. Involve other folks. Then you traumatize people that. Like if I saw someone jump off a bridge, I'm going to think about that the rest of my life. Some dumb girl hanged herself off the 1604 I-10 interchange over by Six Flags last year. Dumbass bitch. Now she's just hanging off a sign. And as you're driving by with your kids, pick them up from school. Nobody needs to see that. Asshole. Punch all people who kill themselves and involve other people in their demise. Anyway, sorry. That's it. That pisses me off. That's some white people stuff. I don't get behind that white people stuff. That's white people stuff I don't get behind, sir.
White people.
Oh my goodness! All right, what else today? All right, so let's do some. Y'all, the NBA's around the corner now.
You want to talk Spurs?
No, I want to talk Wemby.
So disrespectful.
Well, Wemby's in the news today. I guess by default, yeah. I guess we're talking Spurs.
Well, before you get to your Wemby take, because I like your Wemby take, and I want to hear it about where he's ranked.
Okay.
I want to talk about his quotes. He was like, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said there was a lot of guys that I looked up to when I got here, and I idolized them, and I don't idolize them or look up to them or respect them anymore because I found out they don't work. I like it.
I love it.
But I don't love it. First of all, he didn't name any names, so it's cool. But I guess it's like I guess because I don't know if you're like, you have this false sense of what really goes on in the NBA because you're not from here. But yeah, Wemby, there's some dudes in the NBA that got $200-300 million and stopped caring. I don't know if you do. I don't know if you do that in France. I don't know. But yeah, in the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, some dudes get paid and say, I don't want to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and shoot 1,000 jump shots. Mm-hmm. I did what some people came to get money. Some people came to be the greatest. Some people came just as, hey, you know what? If I make just this amount, I can take care of my mom and I'm good. And then there's some people like, yo, if I can get to $350 million, I don't give a shit. Does that mean I shouldn't respect that person? If that's your goal. So I get where Wemby's coming from, but at the same time, like, yeah, bro, this is America. The goal is to make as much money as possible for most of us.
I think European players come over here and they're shocked by the lack of fundamentals and of the American ball player. You and I've talked about this before, too. Those guys get coached up over there. Wemby literally moved into a school for basketball. He was going to school, but he was there to play hoops and get better. He went to an academy and moved in and everything. We need those here. We need. When are we going to have American basketball academies and dump all this AAU shit?
Well, in America, we're still, damn. Look, I got a junior. I got a daughter about to graduate college. I got a junior that's ecstatic about college. So I'm not against college. But in America, we're still pro college. And get your education and get $100,000 worth of debt. We're still pro that. we're still pro that. That's why our soccer's so behind, because they go to North Carolina, which in America, to get a 4-year full ride to North Carolina in soccer is huge.
Sure.
In Italy, if you're in college playing soccer, you suck. You're never going to be on the national team.
Right.
In America, we're still pro college education. So we can be at dinner with our buddies and be like, "Oh yeah, Tati, she's majoring in English and I'm paying all of her debt." Like, we're pro education. So I don't know if we're ever going to get to a place where we just say, "Hey, I saw this 15-year-old yesterday at this tournament, and I want him to go to school at our academy and become a pro." It's just it's even though it's the right thing to do.
It's un-American to work hard, is what Rudy's saying.
Right. It's un-American. It's un-American to say fuck school.
No. It's I said that wrong. It's un-American to work hard. We don't work. Get the fuck out. Basketball working hard.
Yeah, dude. It's un-American to be like, what Bryce Harper did. Bryce Harper's parents said, "You're only going to swing wooden bats. Yep. We're homeschooling you, and we're going to travel to work. We're going to travel the country, and you're going to become a pro. And if you don't, then we tried." That's the norm in every other country when it comes to soccer and basketball.
Right.
Here, If you pull a 13-year-old out of school and homeschool them and say, hey, we're going to turn you pro, you're a bad parent. They're not going to know about taxes. We're just different. We're different than other countries when it comes to education.
Sounds like you and me are not, though, because I agree with you. Look, we're not pro-education. We're pro-college. We're pro-college system. Because I tell you right now, I'll put Victor Wembanyama, who's not been to college, up against just about any other 20-year-old fuckwad from this country, and let's see who's more intellectual and educated. I'll take Wemby about 9 times out of 10. That is a very educated, very worldly, very well-rounded young dude who does not come off like the average 20-year-old dick swinging American. Because and this is another, I don't want to get up on this, but another time when we have more time, my views on the college system and what education is in this country is so in need of a massive overhaul. You can spend $5,000 and go to school. I want to say it's Fordham University. I want to say maybe Fordham. I want to say it's in New York. You can go to school.
That's where Denzel Washington went.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can study Taylor Swift's catalog. And that's a course at Fordham University or some university up on the Northeast coast. We have got to change what education is in this country. We are teaching the wrong shit. We're 30th and 40th in math and science, the STEM subjects. We're so far behind all these other countries. It's unbelievable how much time we waste because we've turned universities into nothing more than another business, treating human beings like human ATMs.
It's a business. College is a business.
From the credit card companies or the banks. The public universities in this country don't give a fuck about educating our kids. They give a fuck about putting us in debt and making money on our people. So that's it. Ed's in here, a teacher. College education's not as valuable as it used to do in the price of tuition. Tuition, by the way, has gone up 500%, 500% since the late 80s. That's not natural inflation. Even if you make valedictorian, Ed says, or salutatorian, it only covers tuition and nothing else, no books, room, and board. It's insane. And thankfully, Nina's son, her oldest, had a full academic scholarship. And he was able to go to a private school into Trinity. I would never advise a kid without a full ride to go to Trinity. Unless you've got some guaranteed out-of-college deal already on paper or contract stating we're going to give you a $300,000 a year job at our law firm when you get out.
It's more of a parent bragging right than it is. And I know a lot of people ain't going to agree with that. It's more of a like, she's finishing up at Incarnate Word this fall. And it's like, okay, but HEB cashier is going to be making more than her. Mm-hmm. What are we doing?
Right.
And like, there's certain like doctor, lawyer, psychiatrist. There's fields. There is a sector of fields where college is necessary. And then there's the sector where it's like, damn, they got you for $150,000. And you'll never pay it off. With the interest, mm-hmm. You'll never pay it off. And I got a daughter in college, and I got one that's super excited about it. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm okay with it. But I'm just saying, have a plan.
Make sure she's smart about what she does.
Have a plan. That's all I'm saying.
Set up for you to, and it's the cost and it's the courses you're taking. Taylor Swift musical catalog, musical theory. What are we doing? And they're charging these kids the same as we charge them to take science courses. It's absolute bullshit. It's awful. All right, show brought to you part by Slackers, the official studio sponsor of In the Building. It is Slackers. 5 locales. We're getting ready for Toss for Tatas, an annual event supporting the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That is this month. And all the Slackers, the one on Rector by North Star Mall, will be there on the
next
24th
Thursday.
doing In the Building. A live podcast show.
I
You're
haven't
talking
even
about
asked LG
guys.
if he's off.
Well, we'll figure it out. You know how we do.
I ain't even asked LG. Hey, LG, by the way, we're
Right.
going to be at Slackers on the 24th.
Mhm.
LG's like, sure. Well, the fact that he hasn't said, let me know how that goes, lets me know I think he'll be okay.
Well, Wemby is in the news today. Getting back to him. So he's filed his first trademark lawsuit. Wemby has, or his lawyers have anyway.
With who?
And this is in Austin, Texas. This is
Fuck
got this from Jeff Garcia from Kens5.com. F. Austin, says Rudy. According to a lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court, Western District in Austin, San Antonio Spurs Victor Wembanyama has filed a lawsuit through DLA Piper LLP law firm against James Glodich, the owner of the website Wemby's World. LG knows about this kind of stuff. The lawsuit's core issue is that this guy in Austin, Glodich, is his last name, Glodich's use of Wembanyama's likeness, image, and name in merchandise sales without prior authorization. Lawsuit says on August 1st, 2023, Glodich filed for a federal trademark application for L. Wemby, shirts for L. Wemby, hooded sweatshirts, and T-shirts that said L. Wemby, and basically released this bad Paleta Man logo. You see that? Can y'all see that there? This terrible Paleta Man logo of Wemby. You know, if Wemby sued everybody that infringed his trademark, he'd have about 1,000 lawsuits. I've got 2 bootleg Wemby T-shirts in my closet.
It's a Lotteria thing.
Yeah, exactly. God, man.
But this dude wasn't even smart enough to put
Suit his
Alien, put 7'5".
Put L. Wemby.
Once you put the man's name, image, and likeness, like just put the alien, put Mr.
Right.
7'4",
Right.
put that dude, put number 1. Are you gonna just use his name and just roll with it?
Right. LWemby.com. Come on, man. Yeah.
You're an idiot. Punch that bastard.
Punch that guy. I'm not big on these lists, but it's fun. It gives us something to talk to every year right before a season starts. It's football. They do it in baseball too. And so ESPN they're counting down its top 50 players of the NBA currently, the top current 50 players in the league.
Who did they go with?
I think tomorrow they release 10 through 1. But today they got up to number 11. So they started off at 50 and went 50 to 40, 40 to 30, 30 to 20. And today they released 20 to 10 or 20 to 11.
Okay.
And so according to ESPN's experts, it's a poll of all their basketball guys, a bunch of former players and analysts and reporters and everybody that covers the league for Mickey, Windhorst, and ex-players and all those guys. The 11th best player in the NBA, according to ESPN's preseason individual player rankings, the 11th best player is Victor Wembanyama.
What the fuck is this?
They got him he wasn't good enough to make the 30-man All-Star teams last year, but they got him 11th overall in the NBA. How about that?
He ain't the 11th best player in the NBA. He's not. And it's okay. They got it wrong. Because if he was the 11th best player in the NBA, ESPN Analytics wouldn't be giving the Spurs a 1% chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, that sounds stupider than putting him at 11. I don't know that he's 11 yet either. But 1% chance. Come on, man.
But what if they're taking for Cooper Flag?
Oh, but the Spurs tank. Chris Paul ain't about to tank for Cooper Flag. I'd love to have.
They brought in Chris Paul and they brought in Harrison Barnes. What's his name? Keldon Johnson lost 59 pounds. He looks fantastic. He finally looks like a pro. Yeah. I've been saying people were so mad at me when I was like, hey, man, y'all do realize Keldon's NBA fat. Not Rudy J fat. He's NBA fat. Keldon and his team realized it, and he lost 70 pounds. But 11th best? Okay, look.
11th.
11th?
Yep, I can go through. Go through some of the other guys that they got. I can go through the rest of what they got here if you want.
Okay, yeah,
top
do it.
30 or top.
No, let's do 11 through 20.
All right, let me cue it up. In the 30s, 20s. Oh, here we go. Let's see. All right. So
And
according
I'm
to
gonna keep it real.
and by the way, they got Kawhi Leonard at 22.
He ain't the 22nd best player because he's not available. He can't be.
All right. They got Paul George at 21. All right. According to this is ESPN's people, 20 is Ja Morant,
Okay.
who's trying to resurrect his career. He'd be top 10 if he weren't a fucking idiot. It's unfortunate.
Right.
Talk about a dude ain't putting no work in. Golly. 19, Tyrese Maxey of the Sixers.
Okay.
18, Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
17, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
You think Wemby's better than Donovan Mitchell at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
16, Tyrese Halliburton.
Yes.
I think you could make an argument Halliburton is better than Wemby right now.
Because he does a lot. Like
And he's been in the league for a while.
I
He's
think
done a lot.
they're putting Wemby at 11 because he's 7'5", dribbles, shoots.
Well,
and
yeah.
probably could go down when it's all said and done as the best defender of all time. I think a lot of it is projection with Wemby versus what he's actually done.
According to them, it's what they think to see how it's going to go this season.
This season?
Yeah.
So
Not about
Halliburton's
projection.
debatable. Halliburton's debatable then. Go ahead.
All right. 15, Devin Booker. 14, Jaylen Brown.
He's not better than Jaylen Brown.
Wemby?
He's not. No, he's not.
Okay. 13, they've got Anthony Davis. 12,
right now, he's not better. Right now, he's not better than Anthony Davis.
Okay. 12, Jalen Brunson. 11, Victor Wembanyama.
He's not better than Jalen Brunson either. Jalen Brunson, the Knicks was shit before he got there.
Correct. You want to hear the write-up? It's one paragraph. Again, they do this so you and I will talk about it and promote ESPN.com, which is fine. But it's like they take this stuff serious. This is a legit. They're not just making up shit. It says with a year of experience under his belt, the number one pick from 2023 is coming for number one on this list someday. The unanimous 23-24 Rookie of the Year put together a historic first season in the NBA, producing numbers that compared favorably to David Robinson and Tim Duncan. This season, Wemby will see a lot of lob dunk opportunities now that he's paired with future Hall of Fame point guard Chris Paul. Wembanyama should make a run at surpassing the 254 blocks he notched last season on his way to earning first NBA All-Star nod. All NBA defense while falling squarely into MVP conversation. So they're predicting an all-star appearance and MVP candidacy this season for Wemby at Mickey.
So this is my beef.
They probably have Bronny James ranked 4th.
I know. This is my beef, Mike.
Thanks, Dustin.
Why do I have to?
Big Al, I see you, Big Al. Go ahead.
Yeah, what up, Big Al? Should I give somebody credit for rebounds and block shots that's 7'5"?
Yes. Rebound's a rebound, a block's a block. Still goes, it doesn't say, he only gets half a rebound because he's taller than everybody. You just said he projects to be the greatest defender that's ever played the game.
All right.
I think he's the next Tim, David, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Maybe more. I don't know. He's so different. I don't know.
I think he should be, again, I'm not asking him to average 50, but I think it should be Wilt Chamberlain like dominance. 30 and 20.
Wilt was out there with a bunch of 5'11" white boys in the 70s or in the 50s and 60s, but I hear what you're saying. I get it. Yeah,
I'm not asking like Wilt was averaging 50. Like I'm not asking.
No one's going to do that. No one's going to.
I'm not asking him to do that.
50, yeah.
But 15 rebounds, 4 blocks, 30 points, 30, 15, and 3.
I fully anticipate 25 and 15 and 5 out of Wemby.
Ooh. If that's the case, he probably should win MVP. If he averages 25, 15, and close to, let's say he only averages 3.5 to 4 blocks. But if he averages 25 points, 15 boards, and almost 5 blocks, Yes, I
or
would
5
vote for him.
assists. Yeah.
And 5 assists. Yes,
We'll
I
see
would
what their
give him.
top 10 is tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
we'll
I
see.
think certainly you can make cases for Halliburton, Brunson, Anthony Davis. As much as I don't respect Anthony Davis, I respect his overall talent and ability. But then you said you saw where they were giving the Spurs a 1% chance to make the playoffs.
This is ESPN analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Take that with a grain of salt, but they give them a
Yeah.
1. Well, so you're saying there's a chance?
They got a hell of a lot better chance than 1%. A hell of a lot.
We're gonna see.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
They're going to win more than they won last year.
I'm not against tanking for Cooper Flag.
That's not a tank roster though.
I'm pairing him alongside of Wemby. I got Wemby, Cooper Flag, Castle, Vassell. I like it. I'm not saying that they're doing that. I don't think you don't bring in Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul and try and lose games. If you're trying to lose games,
fine.
Yeah, if you're trying to lose games, you just keep a bunch of the young dudes. And what's the young kid? Oh, I said Castle. Yeah. So they're not trying to lose games. But if this shit doesn't go as planned, I'm not against tanking for Cooper Flag. I think he's a generational talent as well. What I saw him doing against Team USA, against Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and LeBron and Steph Curry, and Cooper was out there getting buckets, not scared. It's just another day in the park. It's like just a stroll. I was like, ooh, Cooper got that it. Like, there's one thing to have talent. It's a whole other thing to have that it. Only a small percentage have that it. Cooper Flag has that it. I'm not against it, but I know the Spurs, that's not their goal. So
I know. Yeah, Cooper Flag will be up. God knows who. The Lakers are the ones that need to tank with their bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
God. All right. What else before we get out of here? Show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor. Appreciate people that have gone into any of the 7 locations in and around the area that have taken part in the 5% off that everybody gets when you mention our podcast. If you mention in the building in any of the stores, they will give you 5% off, man, including monthly specials to go along with that too. So if you need some booze that's not one of these specials, make sure you get your 5% off. But they do have these specials that are in addition to that all October. You've got Woodwork Cabernet for $9.99 a bottle, normally just $18.99. Then you've got that Atalon Sauvignon Blanc, $4.99 a bottle, normally at $17.99. They got whiskey specials too, and they got J-Lo's Big Booty Juice too, right, Rudy?
The Lola 750 all flavors, normally $29, now $16.99. And that good old-fashioned Texas bourbon, still Austin bourbon and the rye, normally $49.99, only $39.99 up until Halloween.
Indeedy. People are pointing out, don't forget, so we've got the Hawks #1 pick next year.
Depending on what happens with
it's not protected either, not a lotto protect. If the Hawks could shit the bed and wind up with the top pick and we'd get it.
Hey, I ain't
something
mad
like
at that.
No, man, I mean, that'd be all right. That's why I thought the Spurs were going to trade that back to Atlanta for DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte Murray.
That's what I thought.
He ended up with the Pelicans.
Yeah, it went well. Everything went fine. All right, you have an interest in baseball at all? Is there a matchup that?
No,
I
was
watch
just
the World
asking,
Series if it falls a certain way.
No, I was just saying. Look, we know we don't want the Guardians. No one gives a shit. But would you prefer Subway Series or would you prefer Yankees Dodgers? You want Subway or you want East Coast West Coast Tupac Biggie? What would Mike, who is a legit baseball fan, for your interest, because you're all about just entertaining me, what does Mike Taylor prefer?
That's easy. Yankees and Dodgers. And LA beat the shit out of the Mets
You don't want Subway Series?
Nah, the Mets are a spare organization. I don't want to see the Mets. They're the Clippers. I mean, they're the second fiddle in their own town. The Dodgers are the Dodgers. Yanks, Dodgers is what just as an Astros / Rangers fan / Padres fan. Give me Dodgers and Yankees. That's traditional. Those are the two most traditional ball clubs in each respective league. Justice versus Ohtani. I mean, that would be badass.
Ooh.
That would be super cool to see those. Yeah, I want to see Ohtani versus Justice, Aaron Judge.
And I think I agree only because I feel like Midwest all the way to West Coast, if it's Subway, no one cares. Except the East Coast.
And no one cares about the Mets outside of Queens, New York. You know? It's true. You don't see Met jerseys in San Antonio. You see a shit ton of Dodgers and Yankees, though. Give me Dodgers and Yankees. No baseball player in the history of the game has had a 2-year stretch that Shohei Ohtani has had.
No, it's unbelievable. Like
not Babe Ruth, not Joe DiMaggio, not Mickey Mantle, not Willie Mays. We've seen the greatest baseball player of all time before our eyes the last 2 years.
Damn, Michael.
What he's done.
There's Babe. He's not Barry Bonds, Mike. Relax.
Oh, did Barry Bonds finish 4th in the league in strikeouts as a pitcher? At the same time, he led the league in home runs. The dude, you talk about an alien. Now, granted, he didn't pitch this season because he hurt his arm because he pitched too much. Last year, he was top 10 in the league in every pitching category that mattered and top 10 in the league in every offensive category that mattered. And then this year, all he could do was hit because he was hurt. And so he goes out and puts up the first 50-50 season in the history of the game.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this then. Is he a better hitter than Barry Bonds?
He's same. He's the same as Barry.
Is he a better pitcher than Nolan Ryan?
No. He may no because he only pitched. He's only been in the big league 5 years.
Like, he's
you got to
not
give
better
him
than
time
Ro-
on.
He's not better than Roger.
He's the best all-around baseball player I've ever seen, skill-wise.
Okay.
Because Nolan couldn't hit. Nolan was one of the worst hitting pitchers of his time. Shohei, best I've ever seen. The most talented player I've ever seen.
More.
To make it to the big leagues at all is a miracle, and he does it as a pitcher and a fielder and hitter.
And I don't think he's the last from is it the East?
Japan, Far East. Yeah, because again,
I don't think he's the last.
They're getting coached up better than our kids are. You talk about the NBA, baseball players are getting coached up. They've got academies in Japan too.
It is so weird for me to say Patrick Mahomes and Shohei Ohtani might be the best of all time while they're still playing. It's weird for me, but a part of me knows that it's kind of true.
I'm not saying that Shohei's the best baseball player of all time. I'm saying he's the most skilled, all-around, talented player there's ever been. Now, he's only been in the league 5 years or 6 years. He's never won to the World Series. He's never been to the World Series. You know, he's got to get to the Worlds to be considered among. I'm not saying he's Mahomes. I'm saying he's the most talented baseball player I've ever seen. Now, Mahomes is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. But I think Mahomes, not only is he the most talented all-around skilled quarterback I've ever seen, he's right below Tom Brady, at least, if not past Tom Brady, just in greatness. Tom couldn't do the shit Mahomes has done. Not physically. Tom had a greater career because he won 7 Super Bowls.
Well,
give Mahomes needs to play 10 more years, and then we'll see where he's at. But he's the most talented, skilled I've ever seen.
And Tom got to lay his hat on his defense his first 3. All 3 of Mahomes' rings have been on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
It's never been Kansas City had a great defense last year, but at the end of the day, it still came back to Mahomes. Those first 3 titles Brady got, that was Vrabel and Brewski and them dudes. And Tom just don't mess it up.
Mr. Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, just don't mess it up. Right. Mm-hmm. So there's something there.
Yeah. Tom became the greatest quarterback there's ever been when he went to Tampa Bay and then won the title his first year
Against Mahomes.
Yeah, and beat the shit out of him in the Super Bowl.
Right.
If Tom wasn't already the greatest quarterback of all time, he clinched it then. But I think Patrick Mahomes is more talented than Tom. Just give him some time. But yeah, I think we're seeing the most skilled baseball player there's ever been during our time. We're seeing the most skilled quarterback there's ever been during our time. And now the San Antonio Spurs have this kid who has the most unique set of skills anyone's ever seen. We're in a transition in sports right now in the world's because of the science and the nutrition and the dedication, Nolan Ryan was working as a paper boy in the offseason. Victor Wembanyama literally lives in a basketball academy for 4 years. It's crazy what ball players are doing in all sports these days. All right, man. Tomorrow night, we are going to start earlier. We're going to start at 8 o'clock, and we're going to celebrate the beginning. We're going to celebrate the premiere of Base Bites tomorrow night. Rudy's television show drops tomorrow. And so do you have any idea, I'm putting you on the spot, about what time I'll be able to go onto the app and watch the first episode? I'd like to watch it before our show tomorrow night.
No, you can watch it at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. It goes live.
Cool.
It goes live at midnight Eastern Standard Time right now.
All right, make me
so what time is it? I don't have a clock around. What time is it?
Right now it's 10:41. Premieres in 19 minutes.
In 19 minutes, you can watch the first episode of Base Bites.
All right, very good. So that's where we're leading tomorrow night. We're going to celebrate Rudy's new TV show, Base Bites, that drops in 18 minutes. So we'll start there and work our way down tomorrow night. But it's an 8 o'clock start tomorrow night. Normally we do our night shows at 9:30. We all happen to be off tomorrow night at the time, so why start at 9:30 when we can start at 8? So it's an 8 o'clock start for In the Building, a special edition. It is a Rudy J Base Bites premiere edition. This is awesome. Dude, I'm so proud that one of us is doing this. This is so you're doing dope black man things, as it says on your t-shirt. Oh, dope black dad. That's cool. All right, man. We celebrate the television show tomorrow. The show's already done as far as I'm concerned. We're going to watch the episode and we're going to talk about it for you.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Fuck it. Go. All right, cool. Let's kick ass. All right, thanks to DJ LG. Thanks to all subscribers, viewers, and listeners. Share our show. Tell your buddies we love you hard. We'll see you tomorrow night as we celebrate Rudy's new show. Starts here in 17 minutes. Watch Base Bites and let's all talk about it tomorrow night. See y'all 8 o'clock mañana. Later. Hey.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.